All right, for real though, what's up with y'all boy Kanye?
Who?
Kanye is a fucking genius.
Okay.
Kanye is Kanye. He is himself. He is not worried about what nobody else thinks. He
a Gemini.
He is an artist.
Yo, he is stalking his ex-wife.
So can I speak
Is he
from
really
the
stalking her?
Can I speak from the Gemini perspective?
Yo, let's just say this. He's stalking her. He is like, that shit is sick. Like, your boy just made a whole video killing a dude because he fucking his wife. Ex-wife now. All he gonna do is fuck his ex-wife harder. That was pointless.
But look what he's doing right now. Has us talking about it.
Oh, that's fine. But he's nuts.
Same.
Like, this is why women.
Can we admit?
Okay.
I understand where you're about to go with it.
It's keeping him relevant.
So Ish, I understand
How
where
you
you
gonna determine my relevancy?
No, but listen. So I understand where you're about to go with it, right? But can we admit too, a good amount of him doing that is because
he did it with Amber Rose also. Are we gonna front like he didn't?
But what is that doing? It's keeping his name.
But who
in
the fuck is Amber Rose? Cause that shit.
I needs me a piece of that,
right.
though. I needs me a piece of that before I die.
Oh man.
Go for it.
So Amber Rose, yeah, I didn't even know that he messed with her. That's how insignificant that relationship was.
Put her. I ain't gonna say he put her on, but that was.
Yeah, he did.
We ain't gonna say that.
Yeah. So.
But wait, we're not gonna say that. But you're not gonna say that this dude is nuts.
Well, how is it classified as stalking? Like, what is he? Is he hiding in her bushes? Is he breaking in the house?
Okay, let me ask you this then. If Kim was to just be like, you know what? I'm sick of this dude, and took him out, then we gonna be like, oh, the Kardashians, they always doing something to the black men. Then you gonna have that group that be like, oh, well, you shouldn't have been with that white woman. You gonna have that group.
Once again,
and then
you use the term stalker. Like, what do you have? What facts do you have to stand on to say he's stalking her?
Let me ask you something. So,
I'm asking. Okay, go ahead.
Listen, him and his little microaggressive ways of buying the house across the street from her.
Okay.
Doing all the foolishness of, I want you back. Taking the dude that she's with now, making a whole music video, killing this dude. Like,
he's a musician. He is a musician.
If a normal everyday person took a video of me and simulated killing me, I could go to the courthouse and be like, I have a fear for my life. And at which time, they will issue some paperwork.
Who did he simulate he killed? Pete Davidson and Kim Kardashian, or just Pete Davidson?
It did that he's killing a person. Let's switch it. In our society right now, if Pete Davidson did that with Kanye West, we would flip this whole shit around and be like, oh, it's because he's a black man, he's a musician, now you making threats against his life, things like that.
I don't know.
But I feel like a lot of this isn't taken serious because we don't really fuck with Kim Kardashian or that family. But at the end of the day, if this was a normal guy doing things like that, we would be up in arms and we would be like, yo, why aren't the authorities doing
That's the point. He's not a normal guy.
But it doesn't. But because allowing him to do this allows men to feel like that this is okay.
What you say?
Are there protective orders in place?
What you say?
Huh?
Are there protective orders in place?
No, I don't know.
We don't actually really know the whole fucking story. We only know what the fuck the media puts out there. So that's what
I'm talking about. I'm talking about what we know.
So I'd rather not. So
what we don't know.
So that's what I was about to say. I would rather.
Why though?
Because the media puts out so much bullshit every single day.
But he has been the one putting the shit out.
So I'm looking at it as he's a musician. So what's the difference from? So what's the difference from August Alsina putting out the song talking about him smashing Jada Pinkett Smith? What's the difference? That's stalker stuff. That's stalker stuff too.
No. Again.
Because that's in the past. Why are you bringing that up? That was in the past.
Wait a second. You asked me about August Alsina making a song about his entanglement with Jada Pinkett Smith, correct? You're comparing that to Kanye West taking his now ex-wife's current boyfriend and simulating killing him. They're not parallel. They're not on the same road. They're not even on the same avenue. And if you want to say the media, he put that out there. And then I'm going on what we have, not what we don't know. Because you keep saying, we don't know the backstory, we don't know this. No, I'm not talking about any of that. I'm talking about what he has put out there. Not CNN, not a blog, not a gossip, not any of that. I'm talking about what he has done that we know that he did.
So what we know that he did was he put out a song. Through his song, he put out a video. He buried homeboy. He was carrying his head.
You see nothing wrong with that.
He showed, he strongly dislikes this gentleman.
He killed this motherfucker.
Now, do we think he's actually gonna kill him?
It doesn't matter.
So if he actually kills Pete Davidson, are we gonna be oh shit? Now we gonna act like we surprised.
Ain't none of my business.
Y'all know Kanye
Ain't none of my fucking
crazy.
business.
Y'all know he on his medication. Y'all are clowning me, son. It's okay.
They got different people problems. They got different people money problems.
But what she's saying is because of the images that are being perpetuated, people are looking at this shit, right? You have kids who are being raised, people that it's putting it in their brains
that this is okay. This is okay to do.
So even if it's different problems, it can easily become the problem.
Okay, so
I definitely don't want to date somebody and then they move across the street from me just so that way they can watch.
But
that's down. Those are microaggressions. And when y'all ask why women don't leave abusive relationships, this is why.
Oh man.
Right. Yo, they tripped if the bitch take all the Lord. Listen,
Can we talk?
When my ex-wife decided to take all the condiments when she left, I was like, yo.
Yeah, my ex did that.
Yeah, like, I'm gonna leave you with no. I'm gonna leave you with
shit.
pepper, no salt.
That's
if that's what the
Ketchup,
fuck made
no
you feel better,
Busting your windows out.
first of all,
Okay, nah. Because
I'm a different dude.
I've had somebody hide in my bushes. I've had that. That shit is the worst ever. That's just the word.
That's fine. But I'm saying you're not the only nigga out here. And there's several other niggas out here. You could be a different dude all you want to.
But we can't control them though.
So apparently I can't get a word in edgewise. So I'm just
We can't control them though.
Well,
We can't.
I didn't ask anybody to control anybody. So if we can sit on here and we can comment about the things that parents do and don't do, people not cleaning their ears, people not washing their ass, people still. You are really telling me that we can't comment and say like there is something wrong. You keep trying to say you can't get a word in edgewise. That's because you keep trying to cut me off before I finish.
I'm done.
All right, then. So relax. So if we could comment on all that other stuff, but we can't really address when somebody when there is microaggression of people doing like just this shit is weird. And if he does do something to us, we can't sit here and act like, oh, we would have never seen this coming. Really? Go for it.
Thank you. So, what I was gonna say is, I didn't say that any of it was okay. I'm not saying it's okay. But what I'm saying is, there's steps that need to be taken in order for this to be addressed. So like I said, are there any protective orders in place? Has Kim filed any paperwork to keep this man away from her?
So you gotta hear him out though, because it comes with a.
I'm listening.
It comes
So
with
what are you talking about? I'm
Because
listening.
why you get so stressed?
I'm not stressed. Just because I wipe my face, I'm stressed.
Has the boyfriend or the new current husband, has he done anything to keep Kanye away from him? So I understand what you're saying about the video, about him simulating that he killed this dude and so on and so forth. That's that whole freedom of press, speech, all that. So yeah, I understand it. Yes, it's some weird shit. But at the end of the day, it still needs to be things taken. It needs to be actions taken to prevent certain things from happening. They have enough money for security. They have enough money for lawyers and all these protective orders and things of that nature to keep Kanye away from her. Yes, do I feel like he needs to leave her alone and let that woman live? Yes, hell yeah, move the fuck on. History have it, these Kardashians have a hold on these dudes that they get and they fuck their lives up. But I think Kanye already had underlying issues with him before Kim, and whatever they went through, it just set him off. It was just another thing on his plate that set him off. I think watching his documentaries, how close him and his mother was, the loss of his mother may have sent him into a rabbit hole of things and emotions and feelings that he doesn't really know how to address and control. So he expresses it in his artistic form. Not saying that it's all right, that it's okay, because that shit is weird. But knowing how he's expressing these simulated videos with killing this man, yes, it needs to be something, it's actions that need to be taken. That says, hey, look, you need to stay X amount of feet away. You can't come in contact. You can't call. Regulated visits with their kids, things of that nature, until you can prove that you're mentally stable to interact with these folks. And that's all I'm saying. If none of this stuff is in place and none of this stuff is being done, then you need to check the backstory on why it's not being done and why they haven't taken these precautions to stay away from this man and keep this man away from them, and using their name and photos and videos and stuff, because it's legal stuff you can do to keep him away from you.
Absolutely.
And that's all I'm saying. So until these things are happening, it's not like they say, oh, Kim has a protective order, she has extra security, this man has protective orders, gag orders, and things of that nature, and Kanye has violated all of them. Until we get to that point, what are they doing to stop him?
Let's address a real unpopular opinion. And a lot of people not gonna like this. Crazy or mentally ill people have way too many rights. We've closed down all our mentally ill hospitals. They have the right to not take medication, even though we know that mentally they are a little...
Who has diagnosed him as mentally ill?
Okay, if they're on medication, clearly a doctor. I'm not speaking. You have to listen.
No, I'm talking about Kanye. I'm not talking about the general public.
Oh my God.
Because we were talking about Kanye, right?
Okay, and I just said, you gotta listen, dog.
Okay, all right, I'm listening.
I just said, I'm going to state an unpopular opinion. Okay. Which is, mentally ill people have way too many rights.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
And I'm just looking at society without looking at Kanye. We just had a man on a train in New York City who's mentally ill, who took feces and put it in a woman's face, who was released the next day because it's nothing they can do about it. He didn't violate any type of law to stop him from doing that. That's way too many rights. They have the right to say, I don't want to take my medication and walk around here on the streets and do what they doing. And because nobody's gonna say anything to Kanye, and y'all know that because your man's a billionaire, that nobody wanna mess up their money, because I'm sure he's paying a couple of people. Even watching that documentary when his friend keeps turning off the camera because Kanye is having an episode. It's been a lot of people protecting Kanye, to include Kim Kardashian. And that's probably what it is, because that's still the father of her child. So when you're asking about protection orders and things like that, y'all have to understand that is the father of her children. You do want him around. You do want him to do stuff with them. But you know that mentally there is a chemical imbalance there somewhere, and no one knows how to help him, because again, you can't force him to take his medication. And you're talking about people being enabled. And sometimes you enabling them. Because even in that documentary, his dad is saying, hey man, you sure you all right? You can't keep doing these things. So they see what's going on. And some of the things that he's doing may not be criminal. That's the thing. But something has to happen.
I mean, it's definitely a warning sign. All of the red flags and all of that are there. I get it. I'm not dismissing what he's doing and how he's going about it. I'm just saying that if they aren't doing anything to counteract or whatever.
If Kim got a protection order,
okay,
how you think the public gonna feel about that?
How would they feel?
How you think the public going? No. But for like seriously, if Kim got a protection order on Kanye West, one side of the spectrum is going to be like, they told you about messing with them white women. You already know. There's just gonna be that side that's gonna say that.
They're no longer together. They have kids. So people get protective orders every day. They talking about them now. So, okay, what's one more thing to add to the list that she got a fucking protective order on him? Because if she don't, and then he do something to her, then it's gonna be like, oh, she should have did this. Oh, she should have did that.